with any piece of work that I ever make, I'm always asked, why did you make that piece of work? And very often I feel I don't really have an answer. The story is of a young man, Hofmiller, who on the eve of the First World War is invited. He's in a very sleepy and boring barracks in the middle of Austria, and he's invited to this very rich house to go to dinner, and he makes a faux pas. He invites the daughter of the house to dance, having had a wonderful evening himself. He's forgotten about her. He thinks, oh my God, I've invited her to dance. He does, and discovers that she's paralysed. It's a faux pas. And because he's a young man, he feels incredibly embarrassed about it. These are all emotions which revolve around him, very kind of egotistical in a sense. And he rushes off. And then out of guilt, he goes back to see her, out of pity. What is remarkable in this story is that from an individual examination of personal psychological guilt, an examination of the way, for example, that we feel pity, or the way that we feel compassion, and a critique of it. That is to say, we think that we feel empathy, compassion, pity, and so on for other people in the world, but do we really? Something about the truth of the sequence of inner emotions, this horrible confusion of guilt and pity and compassion and empathy and disgust and all of these things, which actually can't be separated, one emotion from another. It's all a kind of biochemical soup, which leads us to ask, are we in charge of those things, or are they in charge of us? Something about this primeval soup, which is then described in a kind of single gesture, single breath, all the way through the novel, resonated in me. And I thought, I want to try and find a way of putting this single gesture on stage. And as I did so, of course, so it became apparent that there was something resonant with what is going on in these times. These things which appear to be so slight, so small, so insignificant. As Zweig says, the whole thing began with a faux pas, a mistake, and then it spirals out of control. Some small tweet on a mobile phone, a set of circumstances can be set in train, which suddenly engulf us in a way that we have absolutely no idea.